Aaron Nola decides not to go onto the open market and visit people. There were reports he had a lot of people interested in him. 7 years, $172 million. That's $24 million per year. Veteran pitcher, has really taught himself to be a complete pitcher. He's staying in Philadelphia. I guess the good news there is he didn't go to Dodger Stadium. Second good news, Philadelphia's out of the running probably for the Japanese star Yoshi Yamamoto. Now, how does this impact Blake Snell's value? Although Snell won the Cy Young Award and was a really dominant pitcher for about 4.5 months, Nola's been rock solid the last group of years. So does this decrease the value of Blake Snell, or is Blake Snell going to be a $25 million a year pitcher? So that's one storyline. Your buddy, Mr. Home Run Ball, Lance Lynn, he found a job already.
He did.
He's going back to St. Louis with the Cardinals.
Interesting. On
a one-year deal. And I took an $8 million pay cut. That's the cost of giving up 44 home runs.
Right.
Lance Lynn just signed with the St. Louis Cardinals.
Wow.
So the dominoes, they're going to start to fall. I don't think everybody's going to sit here and wait for Ohtani to make his decision, because he's in a different stratosphere from the rest of Major League Baseball. So people are going to start moving on players. The other baseball story involves the Oakland Athletics. You know, this was so bitter, the decision to take him out of Oakland. They finally got the approval to move to Vegas and all that. It was all this anger that came from the new mayor of Oakland about how John Fisher operated the team. Well, they talked. They talked this weekend, and this is kind of unique. John Fisher, who's an Oakland native, by the way, doing this to his hometown, taking the 4-time world champion Athletics out of his hometown. John Fisher owns 40% of the land at the Oakland Coliseum. He bought that in conjunction with the city. City has gone back to him and said, we want to repurchase that land from you at the price you paid. We want to develop that Howard Terminal site where the stadium was supposedly going to be built. Sell it to us, be a good citizen. Fisher comes back, says, I'll talk to you if you will allow me to rent the Coliseum at an affordable price for the next 3 years, because they have no place to play, because that Las Vegas thing won't be open until 28. So the A's are now talking to Oakland. The city is talking to the baseball club about doing some short-term lease. And I don't understand how this would be fair to the players. They're going to play in a limbo situation for 3 more calendar years in that dump, the Oakland Coliseum, while the new digs in Las Vegas are built. Weird way this thing has ended up.
Well, at least they're not playing in a soccer stadium in Carson, California. That to me is a reasonable negotiation there, you know, because the city needs something, the A's need something. I was kind of hoping they'd be that barnstorming team, and that'd be kind of a fun thing for a few years, because already the A's are barely getting anybody to show up. And if you're in a lame duck status, they're not coming, you know, so it's just going to be a depressing few years there in Oakland.
Well, I concur with you, although the union would put their foot down. They would not open that door. They would not approve to make them a road show. You know, there is a conceivable angle to that traveling circus show. Let them go play 2 series in Montreal. Let them go play in San Juan. Let them go play in Portland, which hopes to have a baseball franchise, or in Nashville. You could find venues, but then those guys, they're on the road all the time. That's not really fair to the players nor their families, and the union would never allow that. So we'll just have to see whether this lame duck Oakland
money talks, right? So if the league kicked in a little bit of extra money and says, hey, we'll give you a 10% bonus if you agree to this plan, it's not a bad way to go. You could take care of your family.
That's an awful lot of road trips. I mean, because they get 81 games on the road already, and now you're going to make a traveling show for the other 81, quote, home games? I don't know how that works at all. Okay.